real life are the sweetest human beings. And then the opposite, I think they're going to be really sweet and then they're terrible. So there you go. Okay.
But so stick with it. It's really, look, it's fun. I think it's just mindless. I don't know. There's something fun about just watching a bunch of people get drunk. I know. It's like, I think it's what the world needs right now, honestly.
Right. Okay. I'll stick
now,
with it.
Should we talk next about, we mentioned Miss Osefo, which brings me to Real Housewives of Potomac. You have some real life.
I got some tea. I got some real tea.
Let's say, again, for everyone listening, you are in LA and you used to live in DC. So the gals from Potomac. And there is this rumor going around everywhere that there's two rumors. I don't know if you also saw, the rumor is that Mia isn't coming back, is that Mia may not come back.
Really?
I've read it. And the other rumor is that, a very misbehaved Potomac housewife that isn't liked by anyone and has just been causing a lot of drama that's bigger than the show, i.e. Miss Dillard, is also not coming back. Miss Candiace Bassett Dillard. Bassett.
I would wager a very small bet, because I know nothing really. But Candiace and I were texting this week, and she says that she is getting ready to film. I think Candiace is coming back 100%. And I think Mia's coming back. I don't know why you would mess with that cast. I just don't. I think Candiace is fabulous for real. I think Candiace gives me Lisa Rinna vibes. And you know what? There's a person in real life, amazing. So is Chris Bassett, like the nicest human beings. But I like all the Potomac women. I mean, I like Ashley Darby a lot. Michael Darby's a blast. I mean, all these people I enjoy a lot in real life. Monique, obviously, I love Monique, and now she's going to be on a new reality show. So
I'm not going to go so far as to say that I like all the Potomac women in real life that I've met and interacted with and had on the show. I have some questions because we've buried the lead here that Candiace and you were texting. Now, the listeners just kind of are focused on that, I think, at this point. Now, did Miss Candiace text you first, or did you text her? This is a very important statement.
She texted me first. So for a little background, like you said, okay, I started my career in radio. I worked for like a top 40 radio show called The Kane Show for like 7 years in DC. All right. Until 2013. So a lot of people know me in the DC area from The Kane Show. Then I ended up working for Fox 5, Channel 5, the local affiliate. I still do as an entertainment contributor, as a comedian, as like just, pop culture contributor. Right. So, okay. So that's how like a lot of the women on Potomac may have even listened to me like, oh my God, this is crazy. Some of them growing up. Cause I think Candiace is only, how's Candiace? 31, 32.
That young? Really?
I think Candiace is, yes. And Ashley Darby, I think maybe Ashley's 34, 35.
Ashley is, I think, the youngest of them. I thought Candiace was like 36.
Ashley Darby is 33.
Okay, Ashley, that makes sense. But I thought Candiace was like 38 or 39. Or 37, 36?
No way, Candiace.
Not 31. There's no way. Candiace? I think Ashley is so in other words, you were kind of the superstar to these ladies
Candiace
growing up.
Is 35.
Close.
To some degree. So anyway, so look, I'm on a texting basis with her, with Monique, with Ashley. And I just moved to LA to pursue my TV career, producing career, all that stuff. Right. So Candiace writes to me, she goes, okay, Bish, I've been meaning to text you and say how excited I am for you and how freaking proud I am of you for moving to LA. I saw your post going on auditions and I'm sending you booked and busy vibes all day. Can't wait to catch up. I write, girl, I love LA. It was the push I needed. I just did this audition. My fingers are crossed. Thank you for all the good vibes. How are you? She writes, yes, you should do Trash Talk with Frage. I'm so excited for you. I'm doing well, getting ready for Real Housewives of Potomac yet again and working on new music. I won't say anything else because I don't know if she wants the rest of her, she's working on some other things, but I don't know if she wants those public. So, but I'm sure she wouldn't care about the new music. So anyway, so from that, I think at this point, she would know if she was filming or not for Potomac. And I say she's filming.
Okay, now I understand what you're saying, but we've all watched The Housewives. Some people are good at the manipulation and the stories. Like, did Candiace text you out of nowhere the same day that these rumors were percolating about her online that she was not coming back, because it was prevalent. I mean, listen, I get what you're saying. I get it. That's pretty, like, it's a sentence in the middle of a lot of other sentences. And this means she's coming back. But at the same time, is that like is Candiace putting that out there? Is Candiace like, out of nowhere, I'm going to reach out to Sarah today. I'm having a random thought. Listen, I'm from New York. I'm not putting you down, Sarah. I'm from New York. I'm skeptical about life. Is it just like out of nowhere, she reaches out to you and you, of course, are going to respond to her? She's a human being and she's Candiace. You would take her on the podcast back. And then really, whatever she says in response, it's slipped in there because Sarah, who has a platform, and now Sarah comes on Behind the Velvet Ropes. Now she has another platform. Like, is Candiace just trying to get the narrative out there with as many people as possible that she is coming back to Potomac and that she's going to will this into existence?
Do you all hear the slight shade from my dear friend, fucking David Yontef? Do you hear this? Okay, Sarah, well, why would she be reaching out to you, bitch? I mean, it's like, okay. I think, my friend David.
I mean, I'm shading Candiace more than I'm shading you. I think you're fabulous. Why is she reaching out to you? I guess that sounds shady.
Maybe we're friends and she's truly wishing me well on my new adventure. That's what I thought it was. I didn't give it any more thought than that. I really didn't. But, maybe I'm sure she texts with a lot of people. So maybe she's putting it out there that she's coming back. I just tend to believe it's true. I don't know. I tend to believe it's really true. And I think, because if you took her out of the mix, who is going to, now that we've seen what's happened with Salt Lake, the incredible drama, the legal issues, we're so invested. If they took Candiace out of the mix, who is going to bring any element? Who's going to bring it?
Well, Mary Cosby's gone, and so is Jennie Nguyen. Granted, yes, we have a lot of all-star players left. Meredith brings the drama. Lisa brings the drama. Whitney, I think, has stepped up in a comical way. She's stirring the pot. I mean, you're right. I mean, listen, if you had told me, I never would have thought Candiace would be on the chopping block. I agree with that. Then I did read all these things, and I'm starting to think, like, is she too problematic? Like, is she now the outlier? Is she like the Danielle Staub? Is she the one that, like, everybody now is like, listen, when it becomes too, apparently, as Kelly Dodd pointed out here Behind the Velvet Rope, you could allegedly commit certain crimes and that doesn't get you kicked off the Housewives. It's when you are too much trouble. Then they want nothing to do with you. Is Candiace, or no, is she still playing nice enough? I have no answer. I agree with you. I think ultimately she's not going anywhere, but it gave me thought of it's not the more you sit with it, you're like, I could see this happening. But I agree with what you're saying. I do.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a make or break season for Candiace. I wouldn't be surprised if this was, okay, we're going to give you one more shot. I think because I get what you're saying. I guess maybe Candiace goes a little too far in the